Here live from the Studio 13. My name is Sean Stringham. I'm here with Ethan Tennell.
How's it going, guys?
Ethan and I are going to be hosting, or going to start up here. We've got something new that we're trying. It's called the 13th Stream, and I'd like to welcome everyone in. I think we've got people joining around from all over the country. A couple people showing up here in the chat. We got Michael Delabout. Would love to know. This is an interactive situation, so feel free to let us know if you're watching in the chat. But let me go ahead and get started with a little bit about what this is all about. So we've built this studio. We're pretty psyched here. It's in Salt Lake City in an undisclosed location that we're going to keep silent, right, Ethan?
I have no idea where we are.
You have no idea?
They put a blindfold on me, and then they took me away.
That's right. At the end of practice here that just wrapped up at Olympus High School, he got we put a burlap bag over his head.
Yeah.
And then we just took him to this undisclosed location.
But I got here, and I was very pleased with what I saw. It looks great. The studio's awesome.
Pretty cool. So as part of Game On Live Studio, we have a lot of cool stuff happening. So the first thing is that coming up next, our next major event is going to be the Futures Super Finals. And at Futures Super Finals, we're going to have 15 streams simultaneously going. 15, Ethan.
It's a lot of
not
streams.
2, not 3, not 5, 15 streams. So one of the key things that we're going to do out of this studio is we're going to run kind of like a red zone type idea where as we go through it, we're going to be able to watch all 15 of those streams and be able to pull in content from all of those different 15 streams, have comments, commentary, coach interaction, athlete interviews, all that kind of stuff that's happening with that. So we're pretty dang psyched about that. And then we're also going to be starting a live YouTube show, and that's what we're testing out. We're just kind of testing out the technical rehearsal here. We've got Ethan. He's going to be one of our main hosts during the Super Final stream, so kind of help keep the show going. I'll obviously be in California somewhere. We've got Trevor. Let's do a little Trevor cam action. Trevor in the production, so we're good to go on that. And we'll be able to pull in some different clips. So as we move through today, we've got some guests that we've got in tune, and I just remembered we need to send the link to our guest, one of our guests from the Midwest. Trevor, can you drop that in the private chat? You know who I'm talking about?
I believe so.
All right.
We'll work on that.
So if you can drop that, we're going to be bringing him in about 8:45 or so. Why the 13th stream? Why did I name it the 13th stream?
It's a great question, Sean. Why did you name it the 13th
That's
stream?
because it was actually part of a conversation that we had where we're going to have 12 streams at this rugby thing. And we said it would be the 13th stream. And what's my favorite number, Ethan?
13.
13 is my favorite number.
Yeah.
I love it. So it kind of worked out. But let's do a quick thing. Let's kind of go around the Game On Live studio world here. Isaac Wardle in the chat saying, hey, Ethan.
I know him.
iDubbbz in the chat, loving you.
I love Isaac Wardle. He's such a cool dude. Glad that he's here.
Isaac Wardle. You know what Isaac Wardle did for me this weekend?
Tell me.
Or this week?
Tell me.
He spent 6 hours scrubbing the van.
Wow.
You should have seen the van
juice. We should
juice.
get him on this show.
We should totally get him on
we
the
should
show.
Get him on this show.
The Game On Live studio van, which we have been happily used to transport those young men around. Guess what? It got dirty, and he scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. So we're pretty psyched. So thanks, Ethan. Thanks, Isaac, and anybody else out there. We've got 7 or 8 people watching. We'd love to. Your job in the chat is to tell us what you think. There's a nice wide shot there of the set. We've got all those kinds of things are all based out of Olympus Water Polo World, except for my little skier guy, who is that's there to remind people that our undisclosed location is in Utah. Yeah.
Utah.
So, anyway, let's go ahead and check in around the Game On Live studio world here. And let's see, where are we going to go first? Let's take it live. Let's take it live to the NBA Finals, shall we?
Listen, this was a really hard thing for us to get rights for, the NBA Finals. We've been working so hard on this one. Really glad to see it finally come to life.
That's right.
Let's take a look into the NBA Finals right here.
So here we are. So the finals are underway. This is Game 3, Denver and Miami. Denver looks like they're down by, 7 points. Third quarter here with 1:11 remaining.
For sure.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But it's fantastic to see what we've got going on here. Who do you got in the NBA Finals?
I don't know, man. I think Denver's going to take it all.
You think Denver's going to take it all?
I do.
So I heard an interesting stat, and maybe some of the Taylor Swift fans in the chat can chime in on this. Did you know that if Taylor Swift plays in your city, you lose your playoff finals games?
Really?
Yeah. It happened to the Lakers. Happened to a couple, I can't remember who the other ones were, but there were that if Taylor went and performed in that stadium, that your team lost. Why do you think that is?
That's kind of wild. I guess that you could say that those teams and Taylor will never, ever be getting back together.
Never, ever getting back together. Like, it's almost like they forgot that they existed.
So true.
Very well done. Very well done. All right. So let's take it off here. We're going to go check out on the other side of what's happening in Game On Live studio world here. And let's go. We had the College Softball World Series pulled up. Let's see if we can get to that real quick. Oh, that's too bad. Should we show that?
Probably not.
No?
Probably
Okay.
for the safety of the stream. We do not want to get copyrighted.
Do not want to
Show
get copyrighted.
Let's play it safe.
So, Ethan, let's talk a little bit about what's happening with Olympus Water Polo. So you've taken on some new responsibilities.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big responsibility for sure. You know, Sean's busy with Game On Live Studio. Matt's out exploring Europe with his family, and Alexis is helping her kids out at 6'8", and that leaves me in charge of the program.
There you go. And how have the first 3 days of practice gone?
It's been an experience for sure. I'm learning a lot about running the program and coming up with practice plans. It's really interesting because we have such a wide range of athletes that come to these practices, you know, ranging from 18U to 14U. And it's been a little bit of a struggle for me, I'll be honest, to learn how to incorporate everybody into these practices as well, where the matchups are good and stuff. But I've learned a lot. And if I have one piece of advice for the people who come to these practices, whether you like the drill or not, whether it's helpful for you or not, whether you like the swim set or not, whether it's helpful for you or not, what's really important is taking it as seriously as you can. You can't change the practice plan. You can't change what's going on. So my advice to you is really take it seriously and put your all into it. It will do nothing but help you.
Right.
You know.
Fantastic. And we're going to come back to advice with Ethan, but we've been able to
lots of it.
We do have lots of it. We have been able to find, we've got Stanford and Oklahoma, part of the Game On Live studio world. in the World Series. So let's go ahead and cut to that, Trevor, if you don't mind. And there we go.
There we go.
All right. So again, Oklahoma and Stanford in the College World Series. I'm wondering, Ethan, any local info on the Women's College Softball World Series?
I don't know if I've got any, Coach. Not one I've really been tracking.
Did you have any local teams here? The Utes played in the Superfinals. The University of Utah women's softball team went as deep as they've ever gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, they went to the World Series. They were eliminated by Oklahoma.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So Oklahoma.
Fun little sports fact for you.
Yeah, Oklahoma. This is Oklahoma and Stanford. I believe Oklahoma wins this game, and Oklahoma and the Seminoles right now are trying to get that feed in there. But again, it's a fantastic time. So
For sure.
again, kind of a nice look around the Game On Live studio world.
So we'll get into the sports world. Something that I learned today that's pulled up right down there at the bottom. Lionel Messi coming into the U.S. for soccer.
Who's he going to play with?
He's going to play with Inter Miami.
Miami.
So, out in Florida. I think that is a very interesting choice for Messi's soccer career.
Yeah. Did you watch Ted Lasso?
I have not watched Ted Lasso.
All right.
Much to my mother's dismay.
Have you watched Wrexham?
Can't say I've seen that either. I did watch the World Cup though.
There you go.
That's my soccer content. I was very invested in the World Cup.
And who did your team take it all?
Argentina took it all. I was rooting
Very
for
good.
Argentina whole way through. Argentina and Japan were my two number ones.
Very good.
Japan did a lot better than people were expecting, so I was happy to see that.
All right. Well, coming up next here as we go through, let's get. I think we're going to go ahead. We've got the College World Series. We went through NBA Game 3. I would like to check in on this presser from 6-8 that we had, and these looks like these may have reset. So that we're gonna have. That's why we're doing a technical rehearsal, trying to make sure that those links stay in the right spot. Let's see if we can get there real quick. There we are. Thanks for your patience. All right. Trevor, we're going to go in 4 or 5 seconds as we come up here. More advice from Ethan.
Guys, live life. Don't let the world bring you down. You know, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days. But every day is a new day, and every day you can make a good day. So, keep living your lives, guys. That's what it's all about in the end.
All right, so coming up, this is just a quick interview that we had post-game. We were at the 6-8 sports finale, and we had some pressers going on here. We're going to take it live, let's just call it live. We're going to take it live to Long Beach. Here we go.
I think you still got
Let's go.
finals playing in the background.
We got the finals. This is why we're testing things here. We can close that. All right.
We still got sound.
Still got
from
sound
6-8.
coming from that one. We got sound coming from this one. All right. Again, why we're practicing. There we
Let's
go.
give it another roll.
Okay, we got that, Trevor?
Major accomplishments in the last 2 minutes, Max Prokin.
I scored a penalty to win.
There you go. How'd that feel?
So this was live
fun?
a couple weeks
What were you
ago. We had the
thinking about as
opportunity
you
to
got
go
lined
down
up
to
for that
Long
shot?
Beach.
Because it's sudden
These
death
athletes
going
were
there, right?
participating and came in and had the press conference right after the championship game. We had Nick,
Misha, how did you feel about that? You guys were down
Nick over there. We had two Nicks. The one on the far left was South Africa. We'll let him talk and check out his cool accent.
Well, he basically just said like keep the momentum and press out the lefties because that was like their main attack, and then also drop back when they had righties on the 4-5 because they're not, like don't have the best angle for the shot.
Right. Nick, how'd you feel about the overall game? What's the best moment for you in that game? I know it's a sting of a loss, but there's got to be some great moments there.
My best moment was probably just on the counter when I just scored. It was a pretty nice moment.
Nick, how about South Africa? Nick, how'd you do?
Probably my shot from like
Oh, that voice.
Yeah,
So good.
Not bad, not bad. So as we wrap up the series here for the men for 2023 and 22. What was the number one thing that you guys learned about yourself as you go through the process? We'll start with Nick from California. CCU Nick here.
Probably the number one thing that I learned about myself is that I just need to play through it. Like sometimes I just let my emotions get the best of me. I just need to just let it go and just learn to play just for the rest of the game.
Fantastic. Misha, what'd you learn?
Biggest thing I learned was just making new friends and like connections. Like I met Max this showcase, and we already have like a strong bond, and we were able to play together to finish the game. So yeah,
Cool.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Nick, South Africa.
I've learned that
Check.
communication is key, and it's really important to communicate a lot during the game.
Okay, very
good idea
cool.
about
What do you think, Max? What was the number one thing you learned about the game?
Probably communication, and then also what Nick said about how don't let your emotions.
All right, so that's a good look at what's happening there in Long Beach. I'm liking how that goes. We're gonna bring in our first special guest, remote. It's gonna be this is gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited.
Your buddy who came up and said, "Hey, I saw you on the stream." Would you
Video and Ethan are a little quiet compared to Sean. Ethan is quiet compared to Sean. That's the first time ever.
I have never heard that in my entire
Ever.
life. I don't think I've ever been compared as quiet to someone before, ever.
Maybe
So,
maybe like little Ethan, maybe like 6th grade
maybe.
Ethan.
But
Yeah,
maybe the
but
tides
like-
are turning. Maybe I'm changing.
You have changed for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let's go ahead and bring him in. Not ready. Okay, we're gonna go. Let's go more advice for Ethan. Ethan, how was
More
college?
advice like college is good, man. I do have some advice for Ethan for those athletes going into college, or just regular people going into college. You know, whatever you're trying to do. My advice for you, is don't rush into things. My first semester, I went all in on a major. I thought I would be super interested in and was really excited to pursue. And I got a few months in, and I realized that it was absolutely not what I wanted to do. And it was kind of hard, you know. You think you have something, and then you don't.
Right.
So my advice for you guys going into college: really, really take this opportunity to branch out. You've got nothing but time. Go out there and learn and find out what you want to do. with your life.
Fantastic. Yeah, great stuff.
Some more advice from Ethan.
Trevor, can we go to a wide shot of the set? Possibly. There we go.
Nice.
All right. So I would love feedback while we're waiting for this next segment to come up. I'm hoping that those in the Isaac Wardle in the chat. I don't know, Isaac, where are you joining us from? I would love to know what you think of the set. If you think it looks good, if it looks cheesy, if you like the tchotchkes that are on there, if you think that Ethan needs hair product.
I do. It's so floppy.
It is so floppy today, but it's fine. I'd love to know what you think. If it looks professional, if you like the colors, if you like the lighting. So, or in the chat, there's a few of us here. So there's about 8 watching. You got to start somewhere. I'd love to know if you have a question for Ethan or a question for Sean.
I will answer any questions you guys have. Throw them my way. I'm a question answering machine.
Yeah.
I do it all.
Very good. Okay. We have
wait
daily
for those
bouts
to
yet?
come in.
Trevor?
Unfortunately, we're just waiting for the FaceTime to go through, and then we'll get them on here.
All right.
Sounds good. What's some advice from Sean? We've had advice from Ethan. What's
Advice
some
from
advice
Sean, work hard. Take the most important season as the current season that you're in, and it is also the off season. You know how I feel. What I feel about summer training is
For sure.
critical, right? You have so much opportunity. You have some downtime. You have an opportunity to rest, sleep, eat, all those kind of good things. Get 2 or 3 workouts in a day and just get incredible shape. And so I think it's, I think that's my number one advice is we're still early in the off season and to work, my key things for summer training, swim, lots, hard, intense, flexibility, throwing 10,000 throws a day. And then of course, come to practice. To
For
Coach
sure.
Ethan. All right, look
And
who we
look
got.
who we have here.
We're in the house.
The Dale Bouts.
Our friends all the way. Are you guys in Irvine? How you doing? Can't hear you. Hold on, Michael.
Irvine. Wow, it's
There
putting
we go.
everything I say into the chat. I've got to stop this.
All right. Well, it's great to see you. Cody's here. Michael Daleabout here, been broadcast out to the world. Cody, the hair looks great, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's good. Michael, your hair also looks great. Fantastic stuff. So give us the report from Irvine. It looks like you're based on the ceiling fixtures there. I'm assuming you're there in your apartment. Is that true?
We're doing the apartment. It's been overcast the entire week in Irvine. It's not always sunny in Southern California, as the song goes. I'm learning from living down there. But right now, Cody's up here. We'll go down on Monday. Water polo starts. Wrestling starts the following Monday. Maddox is though playing about 5 to 7 hours a day right now.
My goodness.
6 to 9:30 in the morning for the high school program, and then I think he goes for a couple hours in the afternoon, and then 2 more hours at night. So it's a lot of water polo.
Wow. And
For
when I saw him last, I saw a picture of him. It looked like he was turning into a little Southern California water polo Grom, like super tan, getting the moppy hair, the whole thing going on, right?
The salty hair, the Sundays down at Newport, swimming in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, he's doing the whole living the life and getting used to it. His team, Patriots, has been the team he's going to play with the JOs is ranked number 5th on the 14U team. So he's
Nice.
definitely found
And he's
his,
got a spot on that team. And have they gone through JO quals already?
They did, yeah. And they came out 3rd in SOPAC.
Sweet. So they
Lost
qualified.
to Vanguard Blue. Vanguard Blue looked pretty unstoppable. I'm not sure they're going to close that gap between now and July, but
Right. Cody
Really?
disagrees. He looked like he had a little bit of a grimace there. What do you think, Cody?
I don't know. I gotta have some faith in my little brother. I think he can get it done.
Is he getting some time, Cody?
Yeah, I mean he's getting some time. Definitely, a bit less in the bigger games, but he's definitely improving. So I bet he's gonna see a lot more play time.
Fantastic. Are you and you're enrolled? Are you guys full time down in Irvine now? I don't know if I'm breaking the news here one way or the other, but is that the intention?
Maddox is full time. Cody, it looks like will be full time as of this Sunday, but we still got a little bit of couple of things we just got to figure out. Like getting a driver's license, figuring out where that's supposed to be, and just trying to figure out where's the best to have eligibility coming out of high school and what we do and don't want to do.
Right.
I think Cody wants to wrestle in college.
Cool.
And California might not be the best state. Utah might actually be a better state for that.
Really interesting. So Cody, you're not that you're giving up on water polo, we know that, but like you had a great wrestling season. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I didn't. So in the freestyling Greco-Roman season, I finished 6th in state. And I don't know. I have a talent for wrestling, and it, size isn't something that hinders you. So
Right.
I think it's the perfect sport for me.
Well, and if you've ever, the first Futures year, one of the earliest things, watching Cody wrestle Nash was one of the most epic sports events of my life, I think. That was probably a 45-minute, like, just going down the sweatiest boys in the world.
I heard about that. I heard it was quite an ordeal, and I'm sad that I missed it.
Yeah, that'll go down in Olympus water polo lore as, like, unfortunately, it's one of the best, not unfortunately, it was one of the best signs of athleticism in the ever by Olympus water polo, and it wasn't even in the water.
For sure.
So, anyway, well, we hope
Sean, I do have a goal story for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Upcoming super finals. So I was on the deck last weekend for the junior qualifiers with some of the other parents.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, are you going to driving up the super finals?" And they said, "No. Most of us are just going to stay back and watch it on goals."
Yes, they are.
We love to hear it.
Have a barbecue. So
love it.
I was like, wait, I'm going. I mean, you're just going to let me go alone? And they're like, yeah, that's all right. The other spouse is taking the people. So
fantastic.
We'll be seeing you there, and then I'll be hanging out.
Awesome. Great news. Great news. All right. Well, we miss you guys. We love you. I hope you're having a great time down in Irvine.
Good to see you, Delbats.
Irvine, if you're gonna move to Southern California, and I don't know if the Courtneys are watching or not, but Irvine's a pretty legit place to live. Have you been there?
I'm sure I have.
It's 20 minutes from everything. That's the best part. Like 80% of the water polo world out there is 20 minutes from Irvine. So
yeah,
very cool.
20 minutes.
Awesome.
Every single game. It's just like within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for joining. We
Thank
appreciate
you very much
it.
For the call.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. Okay. Well, we haven't gotten any questions in the chat, Ethan.
Well, I mean, I'm not a very secretive person. I'm very open with how I feel.
Do you think your mom's watching?
Honestly, she's probably asleep. I do not think Meg is watching.
Meg, if you're there, let us know what you think. All right. Let's go to the Johnsons. Can we bring the Johnsons in?
Yeah, we're obviously still testing things out, so it's going to take a second. So can't jump that fast in between, but definitely going to be close to it. I'm working on that.
All right.
Interesting.
What do you guys think so far? We'd love to hear feedback in the chat. Like I said, one thing that's pretty cool, if you're watching out there and that just came across the ticker, is that tomorrow midday, I'm going to jump on a plane up to San Jose, and Game On Live Studio is going to be producing the USA Women's National Team versus Greece.
Wow.
The tune-ups there. We'll have Greg Meskel on the horn. We're going to be broadcasting that to USA Water Polo's YouTube stream, YouTube channel. So that'll be pretty cool. It's going to be, we've got a pretty advanced setup that's going to be going out on that. And so we're going to be doing Friday at 6 o'clock. And then on Monday at 7 o'clock, we've got those two streams coming up. USA Women's National Team and Greece National Team as they round up for the World Aquatics World Cup Championship. All right, I got the thumbs up. We're going to Thousand Oaks, California. Meg Tennell is totally watching, by the way.
She is totally watching. They're the Johnsons.
All right, Johnson's coming in hot. We've got we've got Lon, and we've got Laurie, and we've got Mia coming in from the Tesla.
We are in Santa Barbara.
Lon's in Santa Barbara. Laurie's coming in hot from Thousand Oaks, right? Laurie is my guess. And what about Mr. Kai? No Kai? We don't have Kai yet?
No Kai yet.
No Kai yet. All right, Mia. How's Santa Barbara?
Santa Barbara's great. I love it.
Is it better than Salt Lake? Who's in the back seat? We need to know who's in the back seat.
My friend, that's McKenna.
Hey, McKenna.
Sophia, don't do that. That's Sophia Anderson.
Sophia Anderson, McKenna. It looks like they've got their smoothies going on there. Are we going? Hey, Laurie, are we live from your backyard?
We are.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay. Yep.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. So, Mia, what have you learned in the 10 days, 5 days, however many long you've been an official resident of California? What have you learned? What's been the number one takeaway that from the Santa Barbara, California water polo?
Sorry, what's it?
The water polo players need to be fed immediately, otherwise they get grumpy.
Yep.
They get grumpy. And what is the post-practice food of choice, Mia?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
It was a very fancy meal of Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. High calorie density. Very good stuff. My favorite.
Quesadillas. Very original thinking on these young ladies.
I know, we're so creative.
And Lon, are you on your way back to Thousand Oaks?
We are. We've got let's see, an hour and 3 minutes back to Thousand. This will be a 2-a-week practice with SB 805.
2 times a week in Santa Barbara from Thousand Oaks, so you have an opportunity. And are your teammates in the back? Are they Pride water polo players as well?
They are both Oaks Christian and Santa Barbara 805.
Fantastic. All right. So, Mia, you didn't answer the question. Can you hear me now, Mia? Can you hear me now better?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So what is the number one takeaway so far of Santa Barbara, California water polo from SB 805?
The intensity probably, because the intensity is just like a lot more greater.
Okay. And what is the intensity in practice? Like, are you getting the crap beat out of you?
Not necessarily, but I'm definitely getting a good workout in.
Okay. That's good. I'm sure that your mom and dad are worried about you not getting that workout in. Laurie, now that you're back here from the backyard, it's looking pretty much like the Garden of Eden back there. This is a pretty good place to hang out.
It is. It's a little relaxing with the waterfall and the koi pond.
I was just gonna say, are there koi in the pond?
You can see that.
Jaeger's having a great time.
Actually.
Okay.
He's been kind of chasing them around a little bit.
Does he get in the water?
No, not yet. He's not that brave yet.
All right. What's give us?
We're Japanese. How dare you think there not be koi in the pond? They take away our card if there wasn't.
Did it come pre-stocked, or that was the first thing you do to stocked it up?
No, it came it came with the house. So
Nice. Very cool.
Good
Very
deal.
cool.
Only
Good deal.
reason we would ever have something alive in our possession.
besides our
Somebody was
children.
mistaken, then we would take care of it.
Lon, how was the through the night drive as you came back from Salt Lake down to Oaks?
It was not bad. Kai took a stint, Lori took a stint, and then I powered in and got in at like 3:30 in the morning. It really wasn't that bad.
Nice.
Good stuff. Good
Very
stuff.
cool.
When there's people that help you drive, it's easier. When it's only you and you know you're the only one, I think that's harder.
Yeah, totally.
Team helps.
Mia, we're not going to take you away from your quesadillas any longer. Do you have? We've got a pretty good crew building here. Isaac Wardle in the chat is our key contributor. He is Isaac. I think is probably our most engaged so far. He's dropping a Hi Johnson's in capital letters, so he's pretty much yelling it at you. So everyone's excited to see you. I'm curious, what's one last piece of advice you got for everyone, Mia?
Just don't get inside your head. Go underwater for 2 seconds to clear your mind.
That's a good one.
Great answer.
Good.
Great
I think
answer.
that we could have a new segment, advice from Mia.
Advice from Mia.
Don't
Honestly,
get-
but switch spots with me and Mia. Have her be the co-host. I don't need to be here anymore.
Very good. Very good. Laurie, I wish we could get you back on here, but it looks like you're frozen. Lon, any final words here from the Tesla?
Nope. We're excited for JO Quals to start tomorrow, and ready for Utah to come down and hang out with us.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, great job. So Laurie is back here. Laurie, if you are you hoping for visitors to come and join you? I know Lon is, but let's make sure we clear that with you as well, right?
Yeah, because that just having more visitors means that we have to hurry and get rid of these totes and put the house together.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Well, we love you guys. We miss you. Looks like you're living the life.
Great to see you, Johnsons.
Keep working hard, Mia. And and thanks to your teammates back there munching on the quesadillas. You're making me hungry on the backside there. Thanks so much. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
All
right. So we're back.
John, I will say I have some good news. I got a text from my mom. She is watching.
She
and the
texted me too.
The plants are a nice touch.
Is that what she said?
She says the plants are a nice
Yeah.
touch.
I like it. I thought it was good. Like trying to break up the scenery a little bit.
For sure.
All right. Next, we're going to go to Chicago. We ready to go we're going to bring in our friend from 68 Sports, Jimmy Hurd. Coach Jimmy.
Coach Jimmy.
Are we close on that, Trevor, or should we go to... Oh, it's right.
We are almost there, yeah.
We're ringing. All right. We need music in this part, Trevor.
We do need music here. I do agree. Oh, here's Jimmy.
Jimmy
Here we
coming in.
go.
Jimmy coming in live. I love it. Jimmy,
oh man, here we go.
How about that? So Jimmy, tell me, what are you doing right now?
Well, at the moment, we have 4 different stations happening at Eastside Water Polo's high school practice. This is one of our 2 groups. We have a Navy practice group and a Gold practice group, basically a varsity and a JV. Right now, we have our girls travel roster that's going to be going to session 2, working on some releasing and swinging, reading the center in position. We have our goalies with our goalie coach, Alexa Knutson, who's currently a goalie at ASU, working with our goalies. And then we have a little mid-pool leg conditioning circuit and then a shallow end circuit that's going through the same releasing set as our defense.
And so,
so lots of action.
Fantastic work. And so, Jimmy, let's talk a little bit about 68 Sports. Can you do that before you have to get back to it? So we just got back from Long Beach. We had a great experience down there. We've got some viewers here, some younger viewers happening here. Give a plug and shout out for the 2023-2024 series. Are you at liberty to kind of tell where we're going, or is that still secret stuff? Or can we break it here on the 13th stream?
we got a couple secrets that we're still working through.
All right. Yeah.
But I can say that we are going to hit up Portland September. Off the top of my head, that is September 15, 16, 17.
Yep.
The interest survey is on the website 6-8sports.com. Check it out. It's going to be a really, really awesome event. State-of-the-art facility out there in Portland. It's going to be sweet. And then I will say a little sneak peek. Early 2024, we're going somewhere warm.
We're going somewhere warm. Jimmy and I were
warm.
talking about it earlier today.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Sounds exciting.
Especially in January. Like, I'm already just visualizing the snowstorms in Utah. And guess what I'm going to be on January 30th?
Somewhere warm.
Tan. That's what I'm going to be.
Awesome.
Jimmy, do you have an athlete right there? Do you have an athlete right there that you can pull out?
I sure can. Yeah. Rose, come on out.
Oh, Rose is a 6'8" athlete.
Yeah, Rose is a 6'8" athlete.
Isn't
This is
she?
Good timing. Do I need to give her a headphone, or can she just?
I think we're okay. Let's give it a shot. See what we can do. Yeah, just give her one of the earbuds.
Okay, take the cap off. There you go. The left side. You just try to shake your ear off a little bit. We'll be okay.
We're going for it here.
All right. Yeah, we got Rose Jensen over here.
Rose Jensen, how are you? My name's Sean Stringham with Game On Live Studio. Thanks for coming out of practice here. We're just testing out. We're just doing a new show here called the 13th Stream. I just want an insider's view of what it's like to have the coach Jimmy Hurd as your coach there at Eastside Water Polo.
Yeah, Jimmy is like one of the best coaches I've ever had. He's just so supportive and motivational. Like practice, he's always pushing us to our limits, and he's always yelling at us, but he's the best. Like all he wants to do is push us. He's really helped me like as a player that I am. Like he's helped me with these international trips and really good support to play college water polo. Like he's just one of the best coaches I've ever had.
Very cool. Jimmy is one of my very best friends in water polo. He's super cool. Outside of Ethan, like you guys are, it's like
Thanks,
the
Coach.
podium. It's like
Thanks,
the podium happening here. Rose, thanks for joining us. We'll let you get back in the water, and you can give the earbud back to Jimmy so it doesn't go in the water with you. That would be a tragedy. I don't want to owe Jimmy a pair of earbuds. Thank you, Rose, for jumping in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Jimmy, thank you for taking a couple minutes out of practice and letting us test this in. So we've been in Irvine, we've been in Santa Barbara, we've been in Thousand Oaks, and now we're in Chicago. Okay, get back to practice, Coach.
Wow.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jimmy.
Take
Thank
it easy,
you.
buddy.
Have fun, guys.
All right,
Cheers.
thanks, Jimmy. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here with one last guest. Any guesses? Who haven't we talked to that is just would be critical?
I
to,
can
like,
think of one. I can think of one family.
Can you?
I can.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Trevor, can we do that?
You guys are too fast with
Too
it.
quick.
Oh, we need
We need
a transition.
We need some
I wonder
sort of.
who it could be.
I wonder who it
I'm
could
just
be.
thinking, oh man, is it The Rock? Is it
could-
Kevin Hart? Is it Taylor Swift? Are we going to bring her in and see
We're-
how that affects our water polo play
It's
the
not
rest of the
T-Swizzle,
season?
but like I am wearing the shirt that I wore at the T-Swift concert.
Oh, gotcha.
That's how that came
Sounds
to
like
be.
we're ringing them in. Let's see who we haven't talked to yet. I may have done it too early.
No, all right.
Yeah. You guys gotta wait until
Let's
until
do
we're right there and ready to
okay.
go.
All right.
Like this.
Right, there they are.
There they are,
All
the
right.
Courtneys.
The only problem.
What's up?
The only problem that we have here, Neil, is that you're wearing the shirt that should be burned.
It's good luck now. It's good luck. I worked out in it. It's okay.
Perfect.
So, welcome Neil and Alexis Courtney, and we've got the JC. Is he going to be coming in live from practice, or it looks like
I think he's actually in the pool.
in the water? Okay, I assume that's as much. So, how's San Juan Capistrano, guys?
Good.
Fantastic. Water polo is intense down there. You guys went through. You're working out, trying to find a different clean. Let's talk about. We just finished up with Jimmy in Chicago with 6'8". Both Hayes and Jaden have been doing the academy with Rico and Tony and others. Alexis, you've been sending us some drills from the pool side. I'm curious, like, what's the intensity like watching those guys getting coached up by Rico?
It's good. I mean, I always learn a ton from going and watching Rico and Tony. Today, probably the most important thing that was learned was they did circuits. They did a leg day today, and one thing that was really interesting is they were having them hold the position of shooting and not moving up and down and not pulling their arm back and not using any wrist and just counting to 3 and releasing. And the point of that is um just to have that kind of patience where the more you move your body, the more you're telling the goalie what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was interesting to watch these kids. And Tony and Rico just kept saying to them, you can add in the pumping and the movement and all of that kind of stuff, but you have got to have that patience and the ability to sit there and stare down the goalie and then release. And it was really interesting because they've great goalies there. And every time they were doing these drills, the kids that were doing it correctly beat the goalie every single time because the goalie has no idea when you're going to shoot. So it was really interesting, but they still had drills in there that added in pumping and all that kind of stuff. But we on our team, we've talked a lot about stop pumping, stop giving the goalie information on where that ball is going to go and what you're going to do with that ball. But I felt like after today, we've been missing the mark. It's not so much about stopping to pump. It's about where is your base position and no movement, complete and total stillness.
Right.
And then release that ball where you want it to be.
Yeah.
So it was good. It's always fun to watch and listen. I always learn things and get different perspectives, and the intensity is good. Everybody is there ready and willing to work.
Good. And Hayes had a birthday recently.
Hayes did have a birthday. He had it yesterday. So he was at 6-8 in the morning and then went to a North Irvine practice last night. And we're very proud of him for hanging on. They both after leg day today, they're at practice tonight, but after leg day today, they both iced and got in hot baths. They're like, I could not move.
So talk through, and maybe Neil, talk through their day. Like they're doing in the morning, they're going 6-8. Are they? I'm assuming you have them in the weight room, or they're at the weight room at 6-8. Kind of talk through the day for those guys in terms of the intensity level of what they're doing in training.
Yeah, there's a certain level of discipline and just mental strength that they have to endure and create for themselves. It's been more of a challenge for Hayes, but getting up at the crack of dawn, driving 25 minutes, jumping in the pool, going through testing, going through the training for the first time with Coach X, which I hear is phenomenal. And he's really going to stretch the kids, no pun intended, to the next level, which is great. And then to have intense in-pool training and then come home, get a few hours of rest and then go right back at it. I think Alexis mentioned, stillness is important, but, I think the discipline and for Hayes especially, and I think for most athletes in general, the obstacle is the way, and the obstacle in most cases is themselves not wanting to do something that is hard.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's that hard that creates perpetual strength and improvement, and all those things that we want out of our athletes. So these hard things will pay high dividends in the years to come. But in the given moment, it's a challenge and it's a lot of work and it's change. And it's really just a function of, changing your mental mindset and just creating that discipline around the process.
And so, I mean, they're at 6-8 in the morning and they come back and do a full water polo practice at night, right?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And
right.
is Coach X leading them in the weight room itself? Like they're in the weight room, or is it like more dry land type stuff, or what? How is that working?
It's in the weight room. So two days a week, they go at 7:15 and essentially have an hour and a half in the weight room.
Nice.
I think that takes on a lot of different areas of fit. And they'll lift weights, they'll do stretching, they'll do just kinetic work, but a lot of coordination, a lot of athletic movement. But Coach X I looked at his resume; it's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's great.
And I think from a water polo standpoint, he's got a program that's optimizing the muscles needed to really develop and strengthen the athletes in shooting and passing and stability and balance and coordination and all those things that are so important on the physical side of it.
Alexis, how many calories a day is Jaden eating?
It's hard to keep track. I mean, really, it's more. Jaden is good at eating a lot of calories, so it's more reminding Hayes you can't just have one meal a day.
So the better question maybe is how many Dino Nuggets a day is Hayes eating?
Oh yeah, I mean, probably nugget wise, we're at like a 40 mark.
40 nuggets a day. That's a good day of water polo. 40 nuggets a day.
That's how you know it was a good practice.
That's how we measure success. So that's going to be the nugget meter. It's like, where are we going with that?
Well, I think Jaden is consuming at least 5,000 calories and he's losing weight.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just tells you the level of exertion.
I'm assuming, what time? So they practice from an hour and a half or 2 hours for North Irvine in the evening?
2 hours.
2 hours.
In the water.
So 6:30 to 8:30?
They have a half an hour of dry land, but the coach is really reasonable about it. He doesn't want to overwork them. So he tells us, hey, if dry land's too much for them, no problem. They don't have to do dry land. Or he let us know that once a week he does a conditioning day where there's 5,000 yards worth of swimming. So if that's just too much on that day, then they'll miss that 5,000 yards of swimming on that conditioning day.
Very cool. Well, we miss you guys as well. We're here holding the stuff down. Trevor, can we try having Alexis break down a play as one of our technical requirements?
Let's try it.
Are you ready to go, Alexis?
I'm ready.
All right.
What about me?
You're good to go. You're good to go as well. We're good to go as well. I got it dialed up. I'm not sure exactly. I had it queued up. It went away. I just found the next play. It does feature Jaden.
Hi, Ethan.
Hello.
So, tell me when, Trevor, when I can cue this up.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm just.
Oh, that's a cool studio. You
I
guys look
think
great.
so.
Because I'm in it, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like we've got the shout outs to Olympus Water Polo happening in here. For those of you who are watching in the chat, shout it out
in the
chat. What are everything?
You got the weather and you got the stock market.
Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning as you go through here. So there's nothing in there that is part of the water polo journey.
Okay, let's try this.
I love it.
All right.
Looks great.
Okay, here we go. Here comes. This is from this past week at Long Beach when we had the championship game. It's 7-6 Azevedo Gold. This is the team that Jaden is on, Azevedo Gold, against Irving Gold. And like I said, it's a counterattack ball. I believe it will release out.
Is it white ball or
white ball? So white ball. It's Azevedo Gold in the third period coming through. I believe it's going to release out to Jaden. So here we go.
Knocking that ball down. Back to the 1-goal advantage here for Team Irving in the blue caps. Coming forward, number 3, Jaden Courtney.
You left your mouse on screen.
To number 4, Gavin Little. Back to Courtney.
Crossover.
So we're
good down the line right out of the gate.
Fine working, gonna lose the handle on that one.
Put it in there with that double team. I think we find a lot in water polo, and it's kind of interesting to watch. So often we feel like the center is kind of the most important person to get the ball into, but look at all those drops everywhere. I mean,
she should have got back to the wing.
Right.
Yeah, they're absolutely baiting that for you to throw it into center and steal it, basically. And so you just have to be really aware on offense, but at the same time, like we've always said in the past, help your team out. If you're the person that's open, scream for the ball. Let them know you're open so it can swing, because with all those athletes in the way, you're not always seeing the open athletes. So it's the responsibility of the athletes who have the drop happening on them to communicate with their team and get the ball over, because that's definitely a risky pass. Even with center defense is on the correct side. He's on the left side. He can easily cross over, and that X1 right there can just step back very quickly. So that's definitely threading the needle. and probably not the right choice in that situation.
So yeah, you've got Colton here in center, who's a pretty good dominant center. They've got a huge drop, and I'm not trying to pick on Jaden here. It's literally a random clip that I pulled up. So the ball's going to come up. So I think Jaden's thought process is trying to get back over here to try to get that ball into center. But what about all this water? We want to just clean that. We want to go into that water. So he comes in, and he does. He steps in there. It looks good. He finds the open man over here on this side, right? He brings the defender out to him as it comes through.
The one should have slid up
This
into
guy,
the pocket.
Yep, coming up here has an opportunity because look at all of this space over here in the goal that's coming through, right? Comes in, tries to go. This is huge force, right? You've got this guy wide open. You got Jaden wide open and a short pass into that center. Like, if you're watching at home, don't make that entry pass. Would you agree with that, Alexis?
100%. But also at the same time, I mean, Jaden did move right. That one needs to come up into the pocket. He did put his hand up, which is great.
Right here.
But
Yep.
more important to be in your position before you receive the ball. Because once he receives that ball, he's not necessary. Yes, I can see some space where he can slide it in there, but he has better opportunity and a better angle if he just takes one step up and to the right.
Yep.
For sure.
So comes in. Anything, Ethan? What do you think?
I think that looks awesome.
Because you wanted the ball at the center.
Yeah, I like it.
You're a center. It's a terrible
I like it when it goes into the center.
What exactly looks awesome about it, Ethan?
The ball went to the center. That's my favorite
Let's
thing.
break down the pass though. As it comes in here, like it comes
It
in.
does come in a little too close.
It comes in here and they just jam him up, like.
Yeah.
Right. It comes
don't
in
like that.
it comes in like this, and if he's right there to the hand, and he maybe has a shot, but
Backhand. Maybe has a backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I'm just happy to see Jaden play.
There
It
you
makes
go.
me excited to watch. It makes me happy to watch Jaden play.
He played well.
That's why I think it's awesome.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Courtney's. It's great to see you.
Good to
great
see
to
you
hear
guys.
from you. Give our love to Jaden and Hayes. Make sure let them watch it. I'd love to hear Jaden and Hayes' feedback on them. I'm assuming they come home and eat some nuggets and go to bed on a 40 nugget day.
For sure.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
for tuning in.
We'll see you.
Yep. Bye.
All right. We want to thank everyone for being out here. We've been going just about an hour. Trevor, is there anything else you want to test?
I'm trying to think here. Just it's just gonna be transitions. Just trying to figure out, especially here, like, so we're here with Alexis. It's just a matter of getting it to, like, if we're, because the transitions obviously look cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was my question. So just being able to swap that so that it looks good, and I do like that 3 and 4 box.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed, that you'll see here. Here. Yeah, so we have that at the bottom of the FaceTime. Obviously, you have the boxes and the call thing, right?
So is there a ticker happening on YouTube?
There is, yeah.
Because
so
I don't see that on our screen, so that's cool.
Yes, so that's running through OBS. So
Got
like
it.
I had Jimmy on there, et cetera, et cetera. But like you can see here live, I can change this. It's just a matter of writing this into the code. So like there, it's cut off now.
Got it.
At the bottom of the FaceTime. So just different stuff like that. Let's see. We've got clips. We've got FaceTime. We'll definitely need to make an outro. I have not done that yet with music.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
But other than that, I do think it looks really
Goals,
good, and
13th Street.
you guys look fantastic.
Flex for us, Ethan. There you go. Can we put Ethan in the center box and let him let him
no,
flex?
I had my moment. We're all good.
right.
We're
All right.
Go like this.
There we go. Okay, Ethan.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's time to maybe.
Welcome to the gun show. Sorry. If my mom's watching, she's gonna be mad that I did that.
No, that's all right. Meg, thanks for making such a great kid. Hey, I know iDubbbz is out there. There's a few others out there. I would love your feedback if you want to just text me on the set, on the lighting, on the sound, on the cameras, on the production. We legitimately are looking for feedback.
Lots of it.
As we get ready, we're hoping to take this live next Tuesday. Like I said, with the regular live show, plus then the 13th stream that will happen during the big production days, where we're just kind of be guiding people on where to go. So I think that's good for now. Thanks everyone. Do we have at least an audio clip that we can play, Trevor, or no? To fade with.
I got the start of the stream video. That's,
All right.
That's about it.
Let's do that. Let's go wide. Let's finish out wide. There we go. Don't forget to subscribe.
Peace out.
For now.
It's like I always say, peace, love, rock and roll.
Peace, love, and rock and roll.
Go
Three
get 'em,
most
team.
important things. Oh, look at that hashtag. It's perfect timing. Olympus Water Polo. Music. Do we have music or no music?
We have music. As soon as you're ready,
I'm ready.
we'll take it off.
Let's cue it. Let's cue it. Let's
Good
go.
to see you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Peace.